Hey guys, welcome to London Players Guild. I'm here today with Luke, and we
Hello.
will be talking about tournaments. Well, one in particular.
Yes, today we're going to be talking about the upcoming UK Games Expo tournament in
Birmingham.
starting on the 31st of May to the 2nd of June.
So
In
before anything, a shout out to MyWifeHatesGames. There's going to be a link to his video talking about the same thing, but we're using his graphic here to show you the roundup information about the events. So just wanted to put it out there. So
so
go on.
um, so let's start with how about the well shit. Well, before we start, we got to talk about singles and teams first, since
So the type of events that are going to be held is on Friday we have a whole day event singles. Then on Saturday, 1st of June, we have a whole day teams, which is 3v3. And then beside that in the background there's going to be set 4 and 5 power booster events. So the sealed events where you get 6 packs and the power booster.
mhm.
So that's going to be
and
going around all the time.
And for those who don't know, the team matches are speculated from team events in America, since this will be, I believe, the first official team event in the
Yeah,
UK.
that's the first
Yes.
official teams we're going to be having here. Yeah.
So how it will work is we believe that you will only be allowed to have one or a certain amount of copies of one specific card in each deck.
So a card can only exist in one player's deck.
Yes.
So there's no splitting the copies between the players. So there's no such thing that I can play one Chronoa, my partner can play another Chronoa, and the last player can play one more Chronoa. That doesn't work. If I'm playing Chronoa, they can't play Chronoa at all.
Mm-hmm. Which therefore means that there can only be technically two Shenron decks in each team, one having regular Dragon Balls and the other having Purunga Dragon Balls.
Which actually is quite a fun idea, and now it explains why they printed the second set of Dragon Balls, which I didn't understand
Although,
in the first place.
yes, I mean, it could have just been for nostalgia purposes.
Eh,
But, I mean, technically, there could be three Dragon Ball leaders, since,
you have the
I
one
don't,
stars and the rest, right?
yeah,
I
or the
guess. But then a
six.
deck that doesn't run a zero cost Dragon Balls is going to be extremely slow.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I mean, unless you play the 4 drop, full star ball.
Hmm. Or if you're running a blue leader and then running 4 Great Saiyamans, then you can just ditch the Dragon Balls, right?
I guess
And the same goes with the Oob, the green Oob. I guess if you wanted
it,
to
it,
force
it
it, you
goes
can
with
force
it.
the 3 wish leaders.
Yes.
But yes, before that, so each player will need to pay £7 to enter singles, and each player in a team will need to pay £7 to enter teams, which is £21 per team. The player cap for both tournaments is 300 players, which means, well, 300 players for singles or 100 teams. And beside that, you will need to buy your ticket to enter the Expo. UK Games Expo is a big event where you can see all the card games, board games, either already on the market or upcoming. A lot of people were already going there, but even if you're not interested in the Expo side, you still need to buy the entry. If you only want to participate in singles and teams, Friday, Saturday ticket is only £23. So it's fairly reasonable. It's £37 for both tournaments per person, really. So it's less than
So,
euros.
so, so it's so it's technically £11 per day.
18,
Or for
£11.50 just for participation in Expo.
yeah, so, and then plus the 17, so it'd be £18 for
Yeah.
either the singles or the teams
Yeah,
if you're paying for yourself.
essentially.
Yes.
Ideally, you want to participate in both, but we can understand that not many people can participate in singles as they're on Friday.
Which is unfortunate.
I guess, but the problem is that the expo closes fairly early on Sunday, and they want to be able to run it to until 10 p.m., as you can see here.
hmm on the subject of pricing, how about we have a look at the participation for the UK Games Expo?
Yeah. So what we're getting there?
So for single tournaments, for participation, you receive one of each event pack 1, 2, and 3, plus one playmat and one large storage box.
Okay.
Then for, I believe it is the
Top
top
50%.
50, yes,
Yeah.
until the 17th player.
Well, so if you're in at least top 50%, you get at least this.
Yeah, okay. So you get two of each event pack 1, 2, and 3, plus a top 50% playmat. Then from 16th to 4th, you receive 5 of each pack, event pack 1, 2, and 3, plus the 50% top playmat,
Yeah.
plus one top loader, and one pack of Gogeta style card sleeves.
Which actually look quite nice, I must say. Have you seen them?
Uh,
They're there on the website.
yes, I have. They're on the near the bottom. They are nice, to be fair. I do like that.
It's nice to see that. It's a shame that it's only for the top 16, but it's nice recognition.
hmm Then for
Third place.
third place, we'll receive 8 of each event pack 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
plus the top 50% playmat, plus the
The sleeves
Gogeta
and the
design
top
sleeves,
loaders.
top loaded deck box, the freeze design, which
Again,
is very
it's
nice.
actually unique to us. It's
Is
unique
it
to this
now?
tournament. Yes.
Ah,
This
okay.
design is not, at least for now, it's not available in States, and I don't think it's also available in French tournament.
And next to that, the large storage box representation is fairly nice.
Yes, but I think that one was already available in States.
Ah, okay. And from what I believe, the deck box is going to be in the style of the
They're put together. Deck box
yeah
is the
the
same as a
build
Janemba
yourself deck
one,
box.
or there was one I think on celebrations as well. They give you a deck box for the winner.
I think it was a freeze one as well. No,
Possibly.
Gogeta wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Alright.
There was Gogeta and Janemba in the set 5 one.
And then for third you also receive a team tournament top 3 play
You're looking
mats.
at the team tournament
I am.
because you just said team tournament.
Did I am so I my apologies everyone. You see the top 3 players play mat
Yeah,
and a European Championship 29 finals invite.
2019.
Yes.
Which is
Which
actually an interesting thing.
yeah.
I just wanted to digress here a moment because there actually are showing the invites for the European tournaments.
I don't know.
Well, yes, as you can see, the top 3
No,
players are
of course, yeah.
invited. What they say, it's an early invite.
Finals invite.
Yes. So that would say that we're going to have more qualification tournaments possibly, or it's going to be free entry, but the invitees are going to have like 2 or 3 rounds by or a free entry or something like that,
hmm
which would be nice. Which would
Yeah.
be nice touch to people that actually managed to get high in the tournament.
Moving on to second place, it's again well you
Majority
receive
of it
it.
is the same. You just upgrade it
It's
to the second
yeah,
place playmat, and then you have 2 more of each event pack, so you go up to 10
mhm.
of each event pack.
And then first place is 15 of each event pack and the first place playmat.
Yeah, and there's nothing else really that much different. So, um, I mean, the
And
prizes are there.
then
It's nice that we have the event.
yes,
The prizes for the
team
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 tournaments
tournament.
are exactly the same per player.
Um,
So
yeah. Well, I believe the
mm,
playmat for the team tournament is different.
yes, the playmats are different, but the
Yes.
price divide is the same.
From what I can see, yes.
Yes, so it's actually going to be interesting because there's going to be way less participants in the team tournament than singles because a single participant is a team, so three players,
Hmm.
which means that winning team essentially is getting more prizes. So there's more prize support for the team tournament than there is for the singles.
Which is understandable.
Well, in a way, yes.
I mean, it's just pure logic, really, isn't it?
I mean, everyone is getting exactly the same thing, but that also
Yeah.
means that you have three people in the first place. So you have nine people getting the invites from the team tournament, whereas you only have three people getting an invite from a singles tournament.
Yes.
So the amount of invites is not proportional, which I don't like. I think the top eight players from the singles should get an invite.
Um, top eight.
Top eight, yes, just to balance out the top three from teams and keep the top three teams.
Okay. But
Oh no, wait, only the first team is getting the invite. Ignore me.
is it?
Yes.
Oh, they are. Oh my.
Okay, so you have three. No, okay, then it is balanced out. So yeah, that's actually quite fair in that case. We need to work
Um,
out what the invites are giving us, but that's not the point of discussion for today.
no, it's not. But comparing these prizes towards uh the European Championships,
They are lower,
yes, it's a bit
but
lackluster.
we do need to accept the fact that it is being run at the convention, so running the tournament on the convention is a bigger expense, which I think is a bit of a misplay on um, tournament organizers' part, but it's their decision. We are happy as a players just that we have an opportunity to play in the tournament, and hopefully we're going to get more than one like this. Hopefully we
Yes,
can have another one somewhere in June, and
more
yeah,
and more team tournaments, hopefully.
yes, like a proper weekend tournament that's going to start on Saturday and not on Friday.
um, all right. So now that we've have a looked at how the event's going to run, what about how about we look at potential decks that will be played, and hopefully we'll see what deck or predict what decks are going to be topping at the Games Expo.
Well, I'm going to say it flat out. I think the most popular one, based on the people I've been testing with, is going to be the Kid Goku.
The vanilla one, yes.
Yeah, the Kid Goku is a really powerful deck and really versatile. You can build it with any color combination really.
Which is, well, I mean, that is true. Since the Kid Koo engine is
Is
literally
black.
all black, yes.
Leader is black. It doesn't require you to play any particular colors. It has no color locking beside the super combo.
Hmm.
Draws a lot of cards.
A
I
ridiculous amount of
I
cards.
would not be surprised if there's going to be a Kid Goku utilizing the red and green
Hmm.
because the Gogeta is really strong. Oh yes, something we
Yes,
should
which
mention.
we. I was just about to say that. Disclaimer: if what Bandai says actually happens, and they don't,
So just
we don't have any issues with the weather.
the weather is good, yes. So just a reminder to people who don't know, there was an announcement back in the set 4, which people mis mistaken or didn't read properly, where Bandai said that Europe is going to get the product in the same month as States. That was the that was the disclaimer. It never said it's going to be on the same date, but people for whatever reason decided that it said on the same date. So if we're starting the tournament on 31st of May. On the 17th of May is coming out the expansion sets in the USA, which means that by their own disclaimer, we should get it in UK on the Games Expo latest on that Friday, which would make it tournament legal. So all the dual colored cards might find their first major tournament be actually in Europe, if the weather is good.
which is very. I mean,
That would be
this
really
is a bit.
exciting,
It's
especially.
big. Hmm.
Yes, sorry.
So it's so unique to. It would be so unique for Europe.
It
Like
would be
Europe will
unique
be.
altogether, which I think would be really good.
It'll be meta. Like Europe will be meta defying for once. I'd say.
I
Actually,
think
no, not for once.
for once, we've never been
For
meta
what?
defining.
No.
Um, as I said, so now my comment is going to make sense. I think that the arrival Gogeta is going to make a lot of trouble on the Europeans, on the Games Expo if we're going to get it. And I think Kid Goku is one of the decks that can actually utilize it the best.
Because it's so simple to play out. It's
Yes, you just need to have a red and green combo card in the combo area, and that's very easy because they want to combo their skillless cards. Or
and
they
then
could
you
just
want to
combo them from the board and then play the Gogeta. So defend one attack, KO something else, and have a threat on board. And they don't need to play
and
any other colorless cards. Not
no,
colorless, multicolored cards. This is the only card that they really need to play.
and it's only a one red cost
Yes,
20k double striker. So first turn you can play this first turn literally,
yes, you can.
which
And
is
then you can prepare yourself
insane.
for the early awaken because the Kid Goku awakens at 6 if you have a skillless card in the drop. But I think it's more powerful as a defensive tool, the same as Shugesh Explosive was keeping a lot of people away, because it can KO something that's attacking. Of course, it can't hit the likes of Mira, which is a 7-drop, but there is
Hmm.
still a lot of 4 drops or less that are important on board. In the mirror match against another Kid Goku, it's just going to remove a threat after a threat. It can remove that 1-drop Goku that they don't want to attack with, and you have no other way of getting rid of it. You just KO it, like that. And on top of that, you just defend it in attack. What's not to like?
There's nothing not to like about it.
So that's one of the decks I think is going to
Yes.
make it big.
Another deck that will definitely be we'll see being played is Super Shenron Storm.
Yes, the Super Shenron the Almighty. Every card that says take another turn and doesn't cost million energy is bad for the game.
Hmm.
Even if you can only use it once per game, even it is essentially an ultimate that you always have in hand. I think if this effect was on a card rather than on a leader, it would be way more fair.
Um,
It would still cost some energy to play it, and then it had all that requirements. It would be fair then. But because you always will have it in your hand, I not in your hand, you will always have it available. I don't think
I mean,
it's.
not you won't always have it available.
There are decks built around it, so you can do it turn 2
Yes,
or turn 3. There is the Victory Strike deck
and
that
the
lets
hot. Hmm.
the home deck mostly. It rarely goes into Victory Strike, but it can. There's a home deck that goes turn 3 path, take another turn, uh, turn 4 home, game, Height of Mastery.
Yes.
It's not a fair skill because it doesn't cost anything to activate. It doesn't cost you energy to activate. It resources your resources to activate. It is quite restrictive that it's 20 cards, but as a player that loves effects that say take another turn, I think Whis, the set 1 Whis, was a fair card that said take another turn because it costed 12 energy. You couldn't just
But
do it.
although nowadays with the blue uh, Veku and Gogeta.
The blue Veku only works with the blue Gogeta leader.
Oh, it does. Yes.
Yes, and the uh, I think the 8-drop Gogeta works just generally,
But
but it's
it's an
bad.
8 drop.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
8-drop. And Whis only works with Beerus leader.
Does it?
Yes, otherwise
Oh.
it would be played in so many different decks. I mean, until Victory Strike was printed, had the highest printed power.
which was 40,000,
40,000, yes.
and
Until
it had.
Victory Strike was printed with 45,000, there was no higher card. I mean, there were cards that were matching it, but this was the highest card when it was printed. And it has Quad
Mhm.
Strike. It deals 4 damage. And its
Um,
attack and skills can't be negated.
that was a strong card back in the day. I remember when you used to play that card.
Yes, that was a fun card. And the Beerus is getting more support in Celebration Box.
Hmm.
That's what they announced, and I hope that they're doing something to support the Wii strategy.
But back to meta
Yes,
decks. Um, Another deck we need to be looking out for is perhaps the Broly decks. So the green leader, green starter deck Broly. That
the one that says
when it
row 6.
draws six, yes, and the yellow promo Broly that
So
allows you
let's
to.
let's stop right now with the green Broly for now. Let's talk
Oh yes, the green
about
Broly.
green Broly. So green Broly at the moment is using only the green Broly chain. I think the leader has so much more potential than that.
Does it?
Yes, because the problem with that chain is, for example, I was playing against that with Prison deck, and I milled that deck because the game looked like this. I'm not playing any battle cards. Anytime he attacks, I'm negating the attack and then bringing back the negate back to hand.
Which negate is this?
Um, I'm using a negate and then I'm using loyal Kikono to bring it back.
Oh, okay.
And I can use each loyal Kikono can bring back 2 extra cards to my hand. Because once when it's played and once when I combo with it.
Hmm.
And I can just go on forever. They battering laser my negate and I'm going to use my leader effect to negate the attack. I think there's a
Oh,
better way to play with this leader, and I think it's going to involve the new Broly and Gogeta expansion set.
I'm sorry. What was that? My voice cut out for a minute.
I think that there is a better way to play this deck, and it's going to involve the new expansion set, the red green.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because it can search the 1-drop. You charge the multicolor card turn 1, then you search the 1-drop. You play the 1-drop turn 2. When it's KO'd or removed from field by a skill, you play the 4-drop from hand, the one from the expansion set. You had the multicolor card in your drop area, so you get both of the effects. You KO something and then you draw a card, your opponent discards a card. And then next turn you can evolve.
When you were talking about loyal Kikono, did you say 2 extra cards or 1 extra card?
2.
It only adds. No, it actually only adds one.
I know it adds 1, but per activation. If you read the card, it says when you play this card and when you combo with this card.
Oh,
So I can play it from my
but,
hand, bring back the negate, attack, combo with it, bring another negate.
but is that worth it for 5 energy?
Yes. If you're playing against Broly when you need all the negate, yes, it's worth it. My opponent would go out of their way to negate my attacks when I had Kikono on board.
Okay, I see where you're coming from here.
That's how dangerous Kikono can be. And if
I,
they can't KO it, I'm just bringing more stuff.
I can definitely see the potential that the the starter deck Broly has with what is it? The Unity of Sands
Yes. I think it
expansion
certainly has
set.
more potential that we're giving it, but we're using it with the most basic engine. I think there is more that can be done there. Because if the engine can be stopped, if I have Father-Son Kameha, if I have the SS3 Bardock, if I have anything to remove the chain and stop it, or just remove the final product of the chain, they suddenly don't have much to do.
No, they don't. No.
There's Tragic Awakening, and that's about it.
Is that really it?
Well,
Um,
yes. I can stop the secret. If they're going to secret when I have Bloodlust open, then that's game.
I guess so.
because they need to discard the whole hand and then play it, and I'm just going to bloodlust it when I
Yeah,
need
they
to.
would.
And if they're not on one life, I just don't care. Because they need to attack with it.
They would, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think the Broly deck is that strong actually. At least the green one. On the other hand, the yellow one can be quite problematic.
The yellow one is very versatile with almost
See, this leader,
any
people,
color.
both of the leaders are really versatile. Although the
Yeah,
starter deck needs to play green cards, but I
but
this
the
leader
yellow
people
one can
took
play any
all over
color.
the place. Yeah, I know, but this leader people took all over the place, and I like that. That's what it
Yeah.
should be. I think the
Uh,
green Broly leader has a similar potential. It needs to splash green every single time, that's true. But that green also gives you self-awakening, turn 2.
Although I feel like perhaps the yellow one is perhaps too versatile. It needs to have some kind of restriction, but it doesn't. It can self-awaken, and when it does take the life, it draws a card. So you've already netted 2 cards.
Yeah,
It's
it doesn't need to
a,
attack leader to do that,
no,
which
it
is
doesn't.
crazy.
It's a Freezer's Army card, so it can use cards
Bloodlust.
like Cold Bloodlust, Crushable,
Yeah. And then on the second
yellows.
side, it only gets better.
Yeah, it does. So you can restand one of your battle cards by taking a
No,
life.
no, you have never read the card properly. You can
Oh,
restand any of your cards, including himself.
oh, any of sorry, my
You can
apologies.
restand energy, you can restart battle card, extra card, or the leader.
And then you can also once per turn choose one battle card and switch it to rest mode. Or one of your opponent's battle cards and switch
Yeah,
it to rest mode.
you can get rid of the blockers. That's why free blockers don't do anything
It's
against him.
very It's a very powerful card.
Yeah, I agree.
If and
What's the other pick you think is going to show up? Anything unusual with the new?
pardon,
Anything unusual you think is going to show up?
unusual. Well, with new expansion sets coming out,
We're definitely going
I
to see
feel
more Janemba.
yeah, I feel like we're going to see more variety in decks. Um, I mean, with the Kid Goku decks, they can come in any color.
Yes, and any combination of colors as well if you want to play
Yes.
multicolors.
Uh,
I think the Mill Janemba might make a comeback with that expansion.
it might. Yes, it definitely can, and it can. The Bojack can also work with it, can't it?
Yes. So I think the Janemba will start splashing. For yellow, for Flying Nimbus, which is a great card right now.
But what I'm mostly scared of at the moment is the Super Shenron because
Yeah, but that's why Flying Nimbus is such a great card.
it is such a great card,
If Janemba
Nimbus.
can do that, and then if they can drop the uh, multicolored Janemba on board, and then they have Aegis with that, they can restand the energy again. They can restand the yellow, take a hit, play another Nimbus.
Mm.
They just need to, be able to play the cards quickly enough.
It's good. Even in the situation where most decks can play any color in the deck, like Yellow Broly or Kid Goku,
Mm.
I feel like we're gonna mostly see yellow variations of those decks
Yes,
for the simple fact of Nimbus
yeah,
and Cold Bloodlust in the Broly
because
decks.
Storm is such an oppressive deck. Even
It
if it's
is.
underrepresented, it still wins the tournaments. I think Nimbus is a necessary evil.
Mm. With the whole and even with the Red Gogeta decks, where the 8-drop Gogeta is able to restand every time it
Yes,
even
10 magic
attacks.
and Nimbus, yes, that is true.
Hmm.
I think it's going to
But
be quite interesting. I wanted to see some Freezer Prisons because I absolutely love the deck. It's a new generation of beers.
It is.
I
It's
see.
a very interesting deck.
What do you guys think is going to be the top deck? What are you bringing to Birmingham if you're coming? And if you're not coming, we are hopefully going to be bringing you stream. We don't have any more details for that yet, but we're working on it. Thank you for watching tonight and see you around next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Also, check out our other videos.